Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, or should I say H family, to another business idea. Today is B2B copywriting. And as usual, I like to get straight into the business, talk about what we need to talk about. There's a 99% chance you're from TikTok, so thank you guys for clicking on the link and coming to my YouTube video and learning about this business idea. And I'll talk about subscribing and liking later on. So, as you guys can see, I'm gonna try to make this as quick. This is more like a blueprint. Some of these things that I'm gonna tell you to do, you do have to like do it yourself. You know, I'm like, this would be a 3-hour video if I did a step by step thing. So, and a lot of these things that I'm gonna tell you to do on your own are common sense. So, B2B copywriting, right? Let's get into this. So, today's kind of YouTube or kind of instructional blueprint agenda is very easy. I'm gonna talk about the concept, how it works, what you guys need to understand in order for you guys to do this successfully. We'll talk about the cost of the services and everything. Then I'll tell you guys how you can use LinkedIn to really get clients and most likely get all your business from LinkedIn. Basically, it's the best way, especially for B2B. LinkedIn is the biggest B2B platform. So you need to be using LinkedIn. And don't worry, it's like every other social media app. It's easy. So, and then we'll talk about a freelance network because if you listen to my other TikToks, I'm always talking about how being a business owner is taking advantage of being the middle guy or being a leader where you can get work and then make other people do the work and be someone who's, you know, kind of delegating and operating and managing your business more than just trying to be a skilled worker. But that's a video for another time. Anyway, so we're going to create a freelance network, and don't worry about all of this. I break it down step by step. Anyways, the concept is very simple. You want to create a website because you're starting a business. Every business, online, even physical, even like, you know what I'm saying, like a regular store, anything, even a small business, big business, you need a website. It's your place of like, it's kind of like your area where people come to learn about your business. And I would say don't worry about it because a website should always be simple. Right, that's actually, they did a lot of research and you should just make a very simple website. That's one of the things we're going to be doing on your own. There's literally thousands of videos on YouTube of showing you how you can make a free website. I'm not going to be the 1,001 video explaining how to make a website. So you're going to have to create a website, and I'll tell you what you're going to create a website about. Next, you got to create a LinkedIn network. It's very easy. I'm going to be showing you how I did it on my LinkedIn. Okay, so that's pretty easy. Then we're going to create a freelance network. I'll show you how you can use Fiverr. When you get clients, I'll show you how to get clients. But when you get clients and they ask for certain services, I'll show you how you can hire people to do the work and pay them, and then you take the lion's share. That's business. I know it's, as much as it sounds kind of exploiting, but that's business, okay? If you work a 9 to 5, you are making a very small percentage of what the company's making or what you're making the company. So now, B2B copywriting, what is it? So B2B copywriting is just doing marketing material for a company. It could be an email, it could be an article, anything related to advertising and marketing. And advertising is one thing, marketing is different. So you can create you can create their homepage on their website. And it's not advertising, but it's marketing material because potential people or even customers will see that, and it needs to be well written. So copywriting is writing persuasive or compelling text for a company so they can have better marketing and better advertising. That is B2B copywriting, right? So that's what the word copywriting means. Now, so you want to create a copywriting agency, right? But this is what you need to understand. You're not a copywriter, you're creating a business. If you wanted to be a copywriter, this is probably not the video because copywriting is just a skill. You'd be like every other person on Fiverr, right? You'd be like every other person saying, I will do killer Shopify product page. I will write a persuasive, high converging copywriting and sales copy. If you want to be a copywriter, then yeah, just create a Fiverr account and learn how to write some marketing material. But that's not what we're doing. We are creating a copywriting business. So the key difference is that you will have people who do copywriting and you will use them to help your clients, right? You're an agency, you're the middle guy, okay? If you do a digital marketing agency, you help clients make ads, right? And you now might, particularly now, if you're the CEO of a digital marketing agency like I was, You might not do the Facebook ads, but you might make someone else do it, but you're still kind of like the person who's running the show for the clients and helping them have everything run smoothly. So we are creating a copywriting agency. So you need to create a website, call it whatever you want your business, but your website is going to have to be like, hey, I do copywriting. And if you need help doing copywriting, then you can come to me. So that's kind of the idea of what your website's going to be. Remember, this is a blueprint. You still have to be your own creative. You still have to make a website name and stuff like that and learn how to make a website. It's on YouTube and there's thousands of videos. It's for free. Next, you want to create a LinkedIn because LinkedIn is where you're going to be approaching these B2B marketers, right? And then next, you're going to, once you find some clients, you need to have a freelance network of people that you depend on to do certain services. And the best way to get clients is through partnerships. And we'll talk about all that. So now the first thing we need to talk about, so you're going to create a website, but don't worry about that. Once you get all the information, you'll know what type of website you need to make. So first thing we need to talk about is these B2B. Why? Obviously, I talked about this on my TikTok, but I'm gonna give you guys a some kind of an idea of how much you can make. Okay, so first off, let's talk about this. I know I've seen this on my TikTok. If you didn't see it on my TikTok, it's all good because I'm gonna tell you now. 50% of B2B marketers outsource their content. So that means that all these big companies, B2B companies, by the way, B2B means business to business. So it's not a business selling directly to consumers or people. It's a business where their service or their products or whatever the hell they sell it to other businesses, if that makes sense. Anyway, so these B2B companies outsource all their content making. 50% of their content making, they outsource it. So they have other people do it. That's not part of their business. Like you, like a copywriting company or a freelancer or however it happens. Now, and that's because B2B companies, they have bigger sales, right? So a B2C company is like a business selling to a consumer or selling to a person. I don't like these fancy words. B2C means like you getting something, shopping online from Macy's or something, right? That might be a $30 purchase, $300 purchase, $1,000 purchase if you're really balling. But B2B companies, usually, they sell big money to each other because it's businesses, right? If they sell any type of service, they have to do it for their whole entire business. So it's usually a lot of money, right? Some of these are $1 million contracts. So the point I'm trying to make about B2B is that they make a lot of money. So this stuff you're doing for them is needed because they have big purchases. They need to make a lot of content. They have to have a lot of information for their potential buyers. So I'm going to explain that again because I don't want you to be confused. B2B basically sell they sell how do I say this very easily? They sell things that cost more than your average B2C, or like selling a cookie or selling whatever that you'd sell directly to customers. Because they're selling to businesses, they sell a large ticket, a large purchases, right? So because of that, people don't make decisions easily. They need to have a lot of content. If I'm going to buy 10 trucks from a manufacturing truck business, because I want to start a transportation business, right? So I need like having 10 trucks. That might cost me $5 million. I'm not going to just Google, where can I buy trucks? I'm going to do research. I'm going to look at 10 different things. B2B, a quick stat of a B2B is that they look at like 12 different websites, 12 different things before they make a decision. So because of that, content is really important. So that's why copywriters have a lot of work, if that makes sense. All right, now, so how much do they pay these copywriters to do this? Let's look at this. All right, so by the way, you can stop the video. The link to this thing is going to be in the link description below. So you can just be looking through this with me. And it'd be really cool to look through all of this because the people who wrote this PDF, they have a lot of information about B2B copywriting. So you can look through this, but I'm going to show you things that really matter. For example, like the price of every stuff. So the reason you don't want to be a copywriter or just someone on like a freelancer is because there's a lot of things that you can do, right? And it's hard to be that guy who can do everything because they'd rather go with someone who does a particular thing. You don't want to just be making blogs as a copywriter, or you don't want to just make emails as a copywriter. You want to be able to take advantage of all these things. For example, if you know how to, well, you probably don't, but if you know how to make a content audit and a report, you can get $1,000 to $2,500, right? If you know how to do like SEO, if you know how to do any of these things, I don't want to go through every single one, but all these things cost good money, right? If you can do SEO for companies, write certain words that have, or certain ad words that convert really high, they'll pay you $3,000 to $7,000, right? If you can make a landing page, it's very easy to learn, but you still don't want to be a person who makes landing pages, because it's better to have an agency that can do all of this and get a lot of different clients and have just people do the work. It's much easier to do that. But all these things cost I mean, look, just making a sales page for a B2B company, look at the type of money they have. They'll give you $5,000 to $8,500 plus royalties, meaning the rest of your life, anything they make from that sales page, they'll give you a percentage. These guys have a lot of money to give. So a landing page, it might take you 30 minutes to make a landing page, and they pay you $1,000. Let's just say in the middle, $1,000 for 30 minutes of work. Now, you might be persuaded to just be a copywriter, but I promise you, if you open up an agency and be the middle person between copywriters and clients, you'll be able to cover all these things and be able to do all these different things, because you don't have to necessarily do it, right? You can write a case study. There's people who write case studies, and if you do that, you can get $1,000 to $200 to $2,000. You might pay the person $300 to do that, and you might pocket $1,500, right? The fastest way to wealth is ownership. So the link is going to be in this. You can look at all these different services, right? This is how you're going to make your website. You can pick 10, 20 things and say, hey, look, I do all of these things. I help B2B companies have these things done for them, and I have a plethora of copywriters. You might not have copywriter employees, but you do have copywriters because they're all on Fiverr. Okay? So that's why you want to be an agency versus just being a copywriter. Less work, much more money. Okay? So that's what your website's going to be. Your website is going to be looking at this link, looking at all the things that you want. Like, you could pick to be honest, if I was you, which I did, is just pick all the things that make the most money, right? And say that's the service that you give to B2B people. So for example, this one's $5,000. This one's $3,000 to $7,000. So learn how to make a website that only has 2 to 5 pages. And remember, you can find someone to do this for $1,000, and you could pocket $5,000. So pick like an online sales page, $5,000 to $8,000. Someone might make it for you for $2,000, and you'll be able to pocket $6,000. Remember, it's better to delegate than it is to do the work. It's just the truth of it. All right, so that's how you're gonna make your website. You're gonna pick the 10 most profitable things out of all these services, and profitable because you can see the fee. And this company does a lot of research, so this is the appropriate amount of money you can ask for. So don't lower your price. And remember, they're looking for copywriters. So, next is create a LinkedIn account. Creating a LinkedIn account is as easy as what everyone does, right? It's very simple. You go, you make one. I own a consulting company. I am the CEO of a consulting company called Incrementum Media Consulting, right? I'm going to add another one. I own a e-commerce brand called Hayo's MC Club, Hayo's Man Club. It's a subscription box company. So you guys would write the CEO of whatever the name of the B2B company that you guys are starting, right? Very simple. Now, that's not why I'm here to talk about LinkedIn. What I'm here to talk about is your connections, okay? The people that you are selling to, the people that are going to give you money or the service of your clients are not going to be the CEOs. Do not add B2B company CEOs. They don't deal with that. The People who deal with this are B2B marketers. In particular, the Chief Marketing Officer. So it's called CMO. It stands for Chief Marketing Officer. They control the entire marketing department. And those guys have a budget, right? Maybe $1 million, $2 million. So they don't need to tax the CEO for permission. They have a budget. They have an X amount of content that they need to make every year, every quarter. And all you have to do is once you make that website, you just add CMOs, right? I add CEO. You can see some CEOs because I'm a CEO, right? It's a good connection. But vice president of marketing, I add a lot of marketing people. Let me show you. The co-founder and marketing guy. And it depends. It doesn't matter what niche you pick, what industry, as long as it's the B2B industry. So just Google B2B industry. And any industry that you pick, make sure you're looking for the CMOs. Marketing guy, look at me. Like everything I add, marketing. Most of the stuff I add are marketing. Most of the people I had are CEOs, but this is a really bad example because I promise you I have a lot of marketing people. But yeah, so anyway, so you could just add. I have over like 3,000 followers on LinkedIn. So and a lot of them are marketers. Maybe this is CEO because it's by alphabetical order, but I promise you, I do have a lot of chief marketing officers. So that makes sense. So yes, you just go and you add chief marketing officers on your LinkedIn account. So it caps you up. You can only add a certain amount every day. It stops you and it gives you like a 2-3 hour cooldown, and then you can do more. You could probably add 300 of them, and they all usually connect back. So step 2 is follow. Once you make your LinkedIn profile, and if you need help making a LinkedIn profile that's based on like a copywriter LinkedIn profile, just YouTube it, right? This is the blueprint. I don't want to get you through. I don't want to waste an hour of this video just talking about things that you can easily YouTube. I want to give you guys information that a lot of other people are not telling you. So make a LinkedIn profile account that's about having a copywriting agency. And then add CMOs. CMO. Make sure by the week in 7 days you have at least 1,000 CMOs, right? Next, remember connect all your services, whatever services you pick from here. Whatever services you pick from here, make sure you're finding them on Fiverr. I just wrote copywriting. I literally just wrote copywriting. You can write copywriters. You can write. If you want someone to do landing pages, you can just go on Fiverr and say landing page. Let me show you guys how easy it is. These guys will do landing pages for you right there. I just wrote land page. I'll set up advanced email marketing flows for landing pages. I'll do MailChimp landing pages. These guys do. There's all of them. That's it. And you just hit them up. Very simple. Every service that you pick, connect it to a freelancer or a group of freelancers that you know that you can just hit up for your the services that you need, right? So that's step 3. Now you created a website with all the services that you will provide. You have made a LinkedIn profile, becoming the CEO of a copywriting agency. Add CMOs. Then connect all of the services to a freelancer. Make sure there's a freelancer for whatever service you're trying to provide. And the last step is a partnership. So there's 2 ways you guys can get clients. The first way is to go to CMOs, and this is the script. So you guys can write this down. It's very simple. It did wonderful for me. The script is this. Tell the CMO that, hey, I have a network of freelancers that do copywriting services. The services that I do are on my website, but the idea is that I want to help marketers to make enough content, but also have the quality there by being able to be connected to the right copywriter. So tell them my company will look through your projects and we will find you a copywriter that will do the work for you, and we will make the entire transition of you having that content that you need to make and the content that you need to make, and it be done smoothly. That's it. You can say that 1,000 different ways every time. Check out which one works for you. But tell them, I connect copywriters to B2B companies because there's a lot of copywriters who are not good. We vet them for you. We make sure that they are people who have a good record and have done successful copywriting. And we make sure that we connect them with you and have your content ready within days. So we handle everything for you, the hiring process, we do everything for you. And then we make sure that the content is good. If it's not good, we will go back and make sure we get you a better content that you need. Simple. You're just a middle guy. And these guys will literally pay you. These marketing emails, they have so much content to make. They have a lot of work to do. The last thing they want to do is worrying about outsourcing. And tell them, instead of hiring someone or a recruiter or whatever, I will do it for you, and it's much faster. Right? There's a problem, and you are the solution. Very simple, guys. And literally, that's it. This link right here, this link is in the description. LinkedIn is very easy. You can just add them. Super easy. You just literally, you'll look up CMOs, and that's it. And then Fiverr, Upwork, just write copywriter. You can even Google copywriter freelancers, and there'll be a bunch of sites that show you a lot of people who are trying to look for copywriting work. But no one is getting clients. Now, the second way to get clients is through a partnership. Instead of you being the direct sales guy and going to CMOs, you can partner up with companies. You can tell, hey, companies, look, you know what I'm saying? We have a plethora of copywriters that we are trying to connect with clients. And we want to partner up with you. If you guys can give referrals to your network, we will give you a percentage of the cut. And those people that you want to talk to are not CMOs. They're called business. They're not specialists, but they're the people. They're the business side of people. So you can say the business manager of the company. They are people. They are the people. Like the best term for that is like their business development person. So add business development person for any company. So remember, don't partner up with marketing companies because they're your competitors. You can partner up with anyone else except for a marketing company. So CMOs, you go to directly. Business development people, they will partner up with you and give you referrals to the thousands of B2B companies they have in contact with. So if you have like 5 partnerships, they can give you like 100 clients. Right? Very simple. Now let's review what I said. Create a website. Make it simple. Don't do too much. Just have your services. One tab, like one part, your services. Have another part about us, explaining what you do and why you are doing what you do in terms of being the middle guy. Explain everything I just said to them. Have that on your about page. And then on your service page, have all the things that you picked from here. The 10, 20, whatever amount of services that are the highest profitable. They'll have those on your service list. And then make sure you have the right amount of freelancers in your pocket, your back pocket. You don't need to hire them. Just make sure that you know where to get them to do the service. And then the next step is to market your company. Guys, remember, you don't want a perfectly planned business. You want a business that is enough to launch, because you will grow and learn as you go on and make money. But the biggest thing is that you want to start this business. Okay? And there you go, guys. That is how you start a B2B copywriting business. My whole thing is that I like to make things simple. Don't let people discourage you. Go ahead and start. Learn to just learn and take action. All of this you guys can start today. You guys literally, and it takes no money. None of anything I said needs an investment. You can make a free website. LinkedIn is free. The freelancers only have to be paid when the client pays you, and partnerships are free. So everything here is information that I wish I knew when I was younger, but there you go, guys. So I hope this helps, and I will see you guys in the next video.